hundred spokes and new clothes.
You know, as a Cowboy fan, obviously I love running backs, right? But this guy was one of my favorite running backs. Don't particularly like the college that he went to, but this man look like he still can run over a few people in it right now. John Stewart, how you doing, brother?
Good, man. How you doing?
Doing great, man. So just for starters, you growing up in football, who were just some of your favorite players?
Barry Sanders, Emmitt Smith,
Okay.
Ricky Waters, Jerome Bettis,
Okay.
Eddie George.
Running back guy, you stay true.
Yeah, I stayed true. If I had to go on the other side of the ball, it would be Sean Springs.
Okay.
He just had a demeanor. He had a demeanor about him.
I like that, Sean Springs. That's something different.
He had a demeanor about him. I would go.
You got Dion, you got all kind of guys.
Yeah, Dion. I mean, prime time. Obviously, the GOAT, right?
Yeah.
So, like, whenever I was turning on watching Emmett, I was watching Dion too.
There you go.
But yeah, man, you know, but really and truly, I'm a running back through and through.
Run back to the core.
And that's really kind of how I fell in love with the game.
I love it. So let's say if I walked up to you, right? I don't know nothing about the running back position, but I know what a Mount Rushmore is. I know what that means with having four presidents on the mountaintop, on their faces on that mountaintop.
Yeah.
If I said, yo, Jay, what will be the Mount Rushmore running backs? How does that look for you?
Barry Sanders, number one.
Okay.
Gotta go Walter Thurman. Or Walter Payton.
Okay.
Walter Thurman I went to college with.
Oh, yeah, corner right in Seattle.
Yeah.
There you go. So
Yeah.
we got
Sweetness.
Barry.
Gotta go Emmett.
Okay.
Gotta go
Just one more.
Eric Dickerson.
Come on, man. One time for Edie. He underrated, man. Underrated.
Yeah.
Tall running back, too.
Tall running back. But, you know, we have a young running back that is entering the chat. We got a couple running backs entering the chat. That's been entered the chat.
I think I'm about to ask you about one of them because you as a running back, got to ask you, Saquon Barkley, when you saw that reverse hurdle,
Yeah.
what went through your mind? Because I'm pretty sure you like, what in the world was going on?
When I saw it, I'm not going to lie, I wasn't surprised,
Okay.
but I was still wondering how he did it.
Yeah, because like, how do you just...
Because the thing is about Saquon, he's a guy, you know, I was able to play 1 year with him in New York. My last year, he got drafted my last year playing ball, and it was in New York when I got released from the Panthers and tagged along for the ride. And Saquon Barkley was doing spectacular things in OTAs.
Yeah.
And so that's called practice with no pads, and he was doing amazing things with that.
Yes.
And from that moment, when I saw him, bro, I was like, man, he's going to be special.
Wow.
And if he continues to, you know, thrive and, you know, injuries aside, he might find himself being one of the greatest.
That's crazy. I love that. Two more questions, man. So, say I get to the stadium. Let's rewind. I get to the stadium in the prime of your career, right? I'm at the stadium. Music is going crazy. All of a sudden, this song come on. I'm like, man, what is that? You know, on the Jumbotron, they show the name of the song and everything. Ironically, the name of the song is called Jonathan Stewart. But we don't know who the song is by. But I'm going to ask you, if that were to be the case, who does that song for you?
Who does that song for me?
Yeah.
It depends. Is it a song? Is it an R&B song? Is it a sports song? Like,
I mean, you know, like they play, you know, they're going to play some, like, you know, you go to the stadium, they play a lot of Future, they play a lot of different things.
Right,
J. Cole,
right.
you know, Lil Jon at that time, probably 50, you know, all that stuff. So
I'm going to say J. Cole.
There you go. You're going to keep it.
Cold World.
Okay.
Cold World.
Cold World, Dreamville. One time for Dreamville.
Yeah.
Shout out to them boys. Okay, cool. Last question for me, man. You're a Carolina Panther for life, right? And I was talking to Adam Thielen about this, and I'm gonna ask you the same thing. I really enjoyed the second half of the season for the Panthers,
Yep.
and I felt like Bryce Young didn't get his just due. I felt like people like sort of eliminated him from the situation immediately, thought he was done. The maturity I saw from him, most guys aren't able to do that. Can you talk about what you saw in Bryce Young?
I saw a kid that, stayed the course. I saw a kid that stayed the course, but not only did he stay the course, but his coaching staff stayed the course too. Their job is to win games.
Yep.
Their job is to not waver on the organization. And so they stayed consistent, man. And knowing Bryce and who he is, he didn't take a detour.
Yes, correct.
A lot of guys in that situation fall off. They take detours. They try to overcorrect. They try to do all these things, but he absolutely overcame all the mental battles that you could ever have in 1 year.
Oh, I agree, because you go from being the guy to getting cut out.
Yeah.
Well, Jay, man, I appreciate your time, and I'm looking down at your feet. I see the bread fours. I see the fours on.
Yeah.
So,
the breads, man.
Stock, rock, sell. Jordan 4, Jordan 11, Jordan 1. Which one you want to rock? You can rock
Fours.
them. Which one you going to sell? 11 or
11s.
And you going to stock the ones.
Stock the ones.
My God. Appreciate your time, dog. That's too easy.
100 spokes, new clothes.